Hi, this is Tammy. Welcome to my channel. This is Tammy's Crafty Life. This is a channel primarily these days about cross stitch, although I do all kinds of other crafts. So you might see other things occasionally. Today it's just about cross stitch. Hopefully my dog is going to cooperate. Usually as soon as I start videoing, he finds things he needs to bark at, so we'll see what happens. He has a very loud bark which startles people, so we'll see. So today I have some finishes for you, and I have some whips to show you, and some plans, and along with those things, then I have a few pieces of like some new patterns to show you, and some fabric for some of my finishes. So I'm just going to get started. Oh, first let me say thank you for watching. I should have said that at the beginning. I apologize. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, I hope you like what you see and you'll come back. And if you're returning, thank you so much. I really enjoy making these videos, and I like to share with you guys. So, okay, now I'll get started. So I have some finishes. Next video I'll have some fully finished objects because that's what I'm going to be working on this weekend, if I can. Anyway, before the next video, at least 2 or 3 of these will be fully finished. So we'll see. So one finished object I can't show you. I was fortunate enough to get into Chantel Daimling's 141 Design Company Model Stitcher team. And I have stitched one project for her and sent it back already. And I think I took a picture, but I'm not positive. But this is what it was. It was Winter House by Primrose Cottage Stitches. It was fun to stitch, and I'll probably stitch it again sometime using purples instead of blues, but I stitched that. It took me about a week, and I sent that back to Chantel. You will see it hopefully on one of her finishing videos, or she's doing like fully finished parades of all these things that people are sending back. Right now she's still working on Halloween and autumn, I think, so it might be a while before she gets to this one. So that was the one thing that I finished in the last, it's been 2 or 3 weeks since my last video. I think 3, probably 3. This next thing I finished is I've been working on a year of celebrations. Yeah, a year of celebrations by Hands-On Design. And I started with August because that's the month I was in when I started stitching. Hard to see all of these little months. And I finished August. Here it is. This is on 16 count fabric that's dyed by Stephanie of Bestitch Me, and this is After the Harvest. So this was a lot of fun. And I'm going to finish these the same way that Kathy did with Hands-On Design. I bought the supplies. She has a tutorial to make this little clipboard, so I have those supplies, and I'm going to do that. And so far I just have this one August, and then I still need to mount it before it can be considered fully finished, and that'll be a lot of fun. The supplies are right here, so I'll show them to you. For the little clipboard, she bought these boards from Hobby Lobby. This is plywood rectangles that are 6 inches by 5 inches. There's the label. And then she bought these Tim Holtz clips. I had to get this on Amazon. Hobby Lobby did not have these. And she does have a tutorial for making the cute little clipboard. So I'm going to be working on that. My next finished item was I participated in the stitch along that Nicole Spohr had on her Facebook group. And it is, again, Primrose Cottage Stitches, and it is called Welcome Autumn. I have it mounted, but it is not fully finished. So it's finished and mounted, but not fully finished. And there's my Welcome Autumn. I'm going to do a flat fold for this. And so I did this and then took it with me to buy fabric. And I'll show you the fabric in a little bit that I got to go with that. This was a lot of fun to stitch. I really enjoyed it, and I do love Primrose Cottage Stitches. And then Primrose Cottage Stitches was doing a stitch along, and they did Toil and Trouble. and mine is finished. This is 14 count Ada that's called Stormy Gray Dyed Effect. This is by Fabric Flair. So that's my finish. I want to see how Chantel finishes this. I know that somebody stitched it for her, and I want to see how she finishes it. I was thinking about finishing it the way that Lindsay did. She used the metal cookbook tray from Hobby Lobby. I looked at that today, and it even is on sale. But I'm not really happy with that tray up close, so I want to wait and see what Chantel does. Although I also want to do this weekend, so we'll see what happens as far as finishing it. And my last finish is Boo Crew. Fat Quarter Shop did a stitch along in July, and this was it. And I just finally finished mine last week. I was way behind. And here is my Boo Crew. I love it. I used 14 count Ada by Fabric Flair, and it's called Provence. And then I changed, it's upside down. Ah, what if I show it to you right side up? I changed the purple. The purple is called Ultraviolet by Weeks Dye Works, so that it matches the fabric better. This was a lot of fun to stitch. This one I'm going to finish the way that Chantel finished hers, and she made the cutest thing. I'll link the video down below. I did get the supplies for that today. They're very boring. It's unfinished wood. But in my next video, I will have that to show you as a finished item. So those were my whips and my finishes since my last video. The other things I worked on were, I started Blooming Tiny Town by Heart and Hand. I love these tiny towns. And I don't have a very big start. I have this house done and this house started. So this is where I am. I'm having an issue with this house. These two colors blend in together, and they don't look like that so much on here. And I am using all the called for flosses. These are they are Classic Colorworks and Weeks Dye Works. The fabric is, I think it's oatmeal. This is from Hobby Lobby. It's stiff 14 count fabric. So I'm going to keep going with that. I might change that one house. We'll see. Another thing I worked on, the last whip I worked on since my last video, was the month to month for September. And I am not going to get this one done. Today's September 1st. So I'm going to put this one away. Let me show it to you first. Last time I only had the T done, and now I have the E, M, and part of the B. So I'm going to put this one away and try to finish October before October gets here. We'll see how that goes. So I have a lot of plans for the month of September. So I'll show you the October one while I'm right here. This is very cute. I really like it. So we'll see how that goes. And I should have showed you. It's the floss pack that goes with it. Those are very fun. So that's that. So that's all that I worked on since my last video. My plans for September, there are some stitch-alongs, and then September is my birthday month, and I like to start new projects in my birthday month. So first I want to show you what I want to do, what I wanted my new starts to be for September. The first one, I've showed you this before. This is a Tisket a Tasket by Rosewood Manor. And Stitch New England helped me to convert this to purples. And I'm going to stitch it on green fabric by Fiber on a Whim. This fabric is called Beanstalk. So I'm going to start that. I haven't figured out the dates for any of this yet, and if I'm going to start one of these on my birthday or what. And then I bought this kit. It's this beautiful purple butterfly. The kit is 11 count or 10 count stamped fabric, and I don't want to do that, so I'm going to use the floss that came with the kit, and I'm going to stitch it on a much smaller fabric. So we'll see how that goes, because it comes with a pattern, but it's kind of a funky pattern, kind of hard to read. So another thing that I want to start, this is by Doreen Jones. This is Sunflower Sewing Pouch, and I want to start this month. This is on 25 count even weave fabric, and it's got hardanger in it, which I love hardanger. I haven't done it for years, so this will be my first time doing it again. There's some over here too. And the last one that I want to be just a regular old new start for my birthday month is, this is Heaven and Earth Designs ornament, and it's called the Fortune Teller. This is 6 3/8 inch by 6 3/8 inch, so it's small, very small for Heaven and Earth Designs. It is full coverage. It still has 85 colors. And today I purchased the colors that I was missing. I think he just looks so sweet. And he looks like my cat. That looks like Buster. Only Buster is a little more gray. This one looks a little more brown. Anyway, I just think this is a fun picture. And for it being a Heaven and Earth Designs, it's something I might actually be able to finish. That won't take me 10 years or so. So those are my 4 that I chose. Oh, I lost one. For my birthday starts. And then there are some stitch-alongs going on that I want to participate in. One of them is Primrose Cottage Stitches' mom, Nettie, is doing a stitch-along with Give Greatly by Silver Creek Samplers. And I just think this one's a lot of fun. I really like this pattern. So I'm going to do this. And I have chosen, oh, I don't know what the fabric name is. This fabric is from Fiber on a Whim. I got it from the Fat Quarter Shop. Pretty, pretty blue. I thought it would be fun to do a snowman on the background, or have it on the background for a snowman. I don't know what I did with my thing that says the name of the fabric. I apologize for that. When you see it next, I will tell you the name of the fabric. Christy, who is Java Girl Stitches, and 2 of her friends started a new Facebook group, and they're doing Spooktacular September, and they're doing some stitch-alongs. One of the stitch-alongs they're doing is this one, which is Harvest by Bent Creek, and I think I'm going to do this. I do have all the floss. I haven't decided what fabric I will put it on, although I might use like 28 count Mushroom Lugana. I'm not sure. This is stitched on 32 count summer khaki linen, and I don't stitch on linen, so we'll see what I decide to stitch that on. And then the other stitch along, and Christy and Anna and Fiona are doing they're doing a stitch along that's the crow picture. I can't remember who that's by and what I did with the pattern, because I'm not going to work on it, but oh, here it is, Ye Old Crow Sampler. I did buy the pattern, and I'm not going to do it yet. I had too much stuff already going for September. I do still want to stitch this, and when I do, I'm going to use purple fabric, and then the pumpkin is going to be orange and green, and the rest of it will be 3371. So someday. The last stitch along is Costume Party by Hands On Design. Costume Party stitch along. Don't need to see my notes there, but so I have the fabric I have is Fabrics by Stephanie, and I don't know what color this is. Hand dyed Fabrics by Stephanie. Yeah, I don't know what color she calls it. It's just a gray fabric. And it was a 9 by 9 piece. And that starts today. I haven't started yet. I have something going on with my thumb and I can't really stitch right now. But these are the colors. I love the colors. I think they're so pretty. And then the trims came from Lady Dot Creates, and they're really pretty. And then there's a bonus in here, which is perforated paper, and we got to see there's several pieces of perforated paper. The first pattern today showed what we're doing with some of it, and it's going to be lots of fun. So those are the stitch-alongs that I'm participating in for the month of September. Hopefully. There is something going on with my thumb, and it's hard for me to stitch. And then we're done with cross-stitch camp. You saw my project for that, and I have not figured out how to fully finish it. I need to look at it hard and see how I want to fully finish it. I don't need it fully finished until next summer, so we'll see. It was Founding Promises by Silver Creek Samplers. And for September through December, I think, Colorado Cross Stitcher, Sherry, is doing a sampler camp. And she does all the big, beautiful samplers. She's been talking a lot about Bristol samplers and their meaning and stuff lately on her videos. And I don't really have a desire to do any of those great big samplers. I think they're pretty, but I don't have any place to put one, not even one. And they're not my style. So I was trying to think, I know there's a lot of smaller samplers out there, and I was trying to think, looking online, what I want to buy that's small, and then I realized, well, I already had two. One of them is the Ye Olde Crow, but the other one I have that I've been wanting to start, and I just didn't have a reason to start it yet, is Rudolph's Sampler by Little House Needleworks. So I think this will be my sampler for sampler camp. I haven't picked the oh, and I just went shopping today, dang it. I haven't picked the fabric or pulled the floss. She uses Classic Colorworks, but she does have conversions to DMC, and I think I'll do it in DMC. There isn't even anything, there's nothing big enough really that I can see to be able to see the variegation in any of the floss. So this will be my sampler for sampler camp. And I'm not sure when I'll start it. I got to kit it up first. So that's kind of all of the plans that I have going on and all the stitching that I've done. Let me show you some things that I have purchased. I went to Joann's the other day looking for fabric to do my Welcome Autumn. Like I said, I'm going to do a flat fold. Nicole, in her stitch along, she did a pillow and she has a tutorial for that pillow. But I decided I want to do a flat fold. I don't really have a place for pillows, and I'm not into pillows yet, so we'll see. I might do, when I start doing more smalls, I might do pillows. So I found these cute bundles. There's two bundles that have all the colors that I wanted. And I also wanted orange for Toil and Trouble. I have some black fabrics in my stash, so I've thought that something in here will work for Toil and Trouble. This will work for Welcome Autumn. And then I found this fabric. I was just going to get a quarter. Like these are, I don't know if they're fat quarters or if they're eighths. They're each 18 by 21, so that's not a huge piece of fabric, but big enough for finishings. But I saw this fabric and I fell in love with it. So I bought a whole yard of this. I don't know what I'm going to make with it, but it is so, so pretty. And all the fabric was on sale the day I was at Joann's. And then I also bought this one. This gold fabric. So that will be fun. This is for Welcome Autumn and partially for Toil and Trouble. I don't know what fabric I'm going to use for Boo Crew. Chantel used just a black print. Might have been a gingham. I know I have some black fabric, so we'll see. And then the other things I've acquired, I won two giveaways, two YouTube giveaways the same day, or I saw them on the same day. I'm thinking they posted the same day. The first one was Sweetwater Stitcher, Jessica. This was one of her giveaways, Resting Stitch Face, and I won this. The second one was I won Chantel's giveaway, which is a gift certificate to her shop, and I haven't used that yet because I have a long list and I'm trying to figure out what to get with it. I did an order to Stony Creek. I had already done one to Stony Creek this month. Last month, it was in August. Every month Stony Creek has 2 free patterns. Right now it's one Christmas and one Halloween, and I had already gotten one of them. Anyway, I have some patterns that I have 2 of because I did 2 orders this month. This was one of the free ones. It's called Winter Night. And this one is number 4 in a series. And I love all 4 of these. I don't know when I'll get any of them stitched, but this is Screechy Halloween. Is that what that says? Yeah. And you can see they do all 4 of them in that little banner. And the banner is really cute, but I don't really like banner finishes unless I put chipboard in it maybe. I finished a project in one of these little banners earlier this year, and I don't like the flimsiness of it, so I'm thinking I need something stiff behind it. But the reason that I did a second order with Stony Creek was in their newsletter they had this pattern for free. And I love the colors, of course, because it's purple, and I just think it's really cute. It's called Boo Banner, and it's a huge pattern for them to have for free. This is a full-size leaflet. These guys are half-size. So this was like a really large pattern for them to have for free, and I think it's adorable. I like that, but again, I would finish it in a way that I can put something stiff behind it. And while I was getting these free things, I kept seeing these guys on Facebook, and I had to have them. So this is Autumn Littles by Waxing Moon Designs. I think they're adorable. Don't know when I'm going to start them either, but I just love them. And then, again, thanks to Chantel, I had been wanting Boo-Hoo. I love the way she finished them. She showed it on her Halloween finishing video. And so, at some point, I'll be stitching these guys so I can finish them the way she did. I'm thinking again, this is already black and orange. They might be stitched on purple fabric. I'm not sure yet. This is by Luminous Fiber Arts. I love Misty's patterns, Misty Purcell. And then Carolyn Manning had a new pattern that I fell in love with. And this, I guess it is an actual stitched pattern. I bought this. Who knows when I'll ever start it, but it is beautiful because it's purple. It's called Ice Princess. Isn't that pretty? And I could even brighten up the colors. I would make them more vibrant. So that was all of my fun haul. I don't like to call it haul. This all of my what are the names? Stitching with Jane and Julie. They call them delightful deliveries, especially if they were delivered to your house. So this little stack right here is all of my delightful deliveries. I also got the latest in the Nutcracker Village. This one is the Dewdrops Flower Shop. Is that the last one? I can't remember. I'm not going to do the Nutcracker Village, at least the way that they have it done. I don't like the people in any of these patterns. So I've been thinking, I'm going to look at these patterns really hard and see, do I like all the little buildings? If I do, I might do them in some other way and leave out the people, because I really don't like the people. So I don't know why, I just don't. So I think that's all that I have today. I did find a new craft, not that I needed a new craft. I saw this come across on Facebook, and it's called, there's a website called Miss Tracy Creates, and she has different kinds of clubs. She has a napkin art club, a fabric club, Bible journaling club, and one more. I can't remember what it is. But the way I found it was she was offering a class where you could, she showed you how to do this really cool cutting board using napkins and crackle, doing crackle design on the background. I ordered her kit. It hasn't come yet, but I watched the video, which made me sign up for the napkin club, and now I want to do things with napkins. So while I'm waiting for my stuff to come, I had this little cutting board from Hobby Lobby. It said, I don't remember. It was a fall one. This was on the top of it. And I've done the crackle. I haven't decided what else I'm going to do, but I've done the crackle. So I did a purple background and then the crackle. And I'm going to decide probably this weekend what I want to do next. I just did this last night. The bummer about this cute little cutting board, I don't have the other one out here. I bought two different ones. They glued on a bow that to take off the bow took off some of the finish. But I'm thinking when this is done, I'm going to put a bow right there. I don't know if you can see how that's kind of funky right up here. I'll end up putting a bow right there, so I will hide that. This cutting board is tiny. It's like 3x4. I think it's adorable. Can't wait to do something else with it, so we'll see. There's always paper crafting to be done, as you can see behind me, all of my stamp sets and my, over here you can't see is I have all the Stampin' Up! Cardstock. This is all dies. In this door is all dies. These are all my cross stitch patterns in notebooks. These are all stamps up here. Those are Stampin' Up! And then these are other companies. Close to my heart. So, there's never an end of things to do. Cross stitch has definitely been my passion, and I definitely planned a lot for September. However, several of the things I planned are all very small, so we'll see how it all goes. And I think that's it for this video. It was not too long. I'll see you in my next video, and happy crafting. Bye for now.